Hi, I'm Lauren from Lauren's Cravings over on Instagram. A few people had requested some more foodie content, so I thought the best thing for me to start with is my weekly fresh fruit and veg delivery. I'll do an unpacking with you and then I will walk through what dishes I'm planning to make with the produce, and hopefully that will help give you some inspiration and ideas of what to make, and even encourage you to go to your own local greengrocer for quality fruit and veg. So the fruit and veg from the Fresh Fruit and Veg shop in Uddingston comes in this branded cardboard box. And what happens is each week they collect the cardboard box, so I don't recycle it, they just reuse it, and they drop me off another box filled with goodies. So let's get unpacking. So I'll just talk you through each of the items as I unbox them, and then we'll look at the whole lot and I'll talk about the meals that I plan on making with the items. So baby leaf mixed salad, I use a little iceberg lettuce as well, but specifically get the mixed salad from the Fresh Fruit and Veg shop. This was a special request from me this week, and wait till you see this. So fennel, I'd asked for 2 bits of fennel. I thought he'd only given me this, so this is Stephen that drops off my deliveries. I was like, cool, that's like 2. No, I did get 2. Wow. So we'll come back to that, cannot wait. With your delivery from the Fresh Fruit and Veg shop, you can also ask for an add-on on a Wednesday and Friday from Cadwell Bakery in Uddingston. So I get a sourdough loaf because I like to make poached eggs at the weekend for Jonathan and myself occasionally. So a nice fresh sourdough got to be done. Fresh herbs, so this week I've got flat leaf parsley and I have dill. Some nice baby sweet corn. Tell you what I'm going to be doing with that. These are one of my favourites and I get this every single week in my delivery. It is large vine tomatoes. And wish we had a scratch and sniff, or just a sniff through the screen. Don't really want you scratching your screen. Some beetroot, so I've got a couple of cooked beetroot. Some nice fresh strawberries and raspberries. I said them the wrong way around there, but you get the gist. Ooh, some asparagus. So asparagus, I eat this. I'm wanting to delve into what I'm doing with it, so let's just get through some asparagus. There is so much in this box, by the way. Some cherries. Cherries are in season right now. If you get the chance to get them, get some. Couple of garlic bulbs. I do use the puree paste stuff a lot in my recipes, and a lot of the time that is for quickness. I do always keep a couple of bulbs because really if I do have the time, using fresh is always preferred. Ooh, some chestnut mushrooms. The dish that I made with these and will be making with these was put up on my page, on my stories a wee while ago, a couple of days ago, and quite a few people messaged me about it, so excited. Oh, I've been sent 2 packs of strawberries. Again, like cherries, Scottish strawberries are in season right now, so it's got to be done. Look at that. Look at the size of it. I love when Scottish strawberries in season. See the difference? So you see how red that is inside, and when you buy strawberries not in season and they're kind of white, the difference is unparalleled. Okay, I've got a couple of leeks. I've got a whole turnip. Oh, my camera's just went a bit funny there. Sorry about that. I have... Ooh, so this was an extra add-in that Stephen told me about. Papayas. So I'm looking forward to trying them. I don't know if I've tried papayas before. There you go. Oh, these are heavy. What's this? So onions, brown onions. This is going to actually be in my staple video, which I'm going to be recording soon. I absolutely adore onions. I have lemons. Again, another staple for me. Maybe not for a lot of people, but I am a sourpuss. Oh, and with the large vine tomatoes, we've got baby vine tomatoes. Again, just look at them. Absolutely amazing. And we've got something else in this little bag. I've already opened that. A lovely courgette. I get so excited opening these. I genuinely do. Right, the potatoes have went everywhere, so I might need to just show you them in the box. But I've asked for specifically Jersey Royals. Again, they're in season, perfect time to get them. In this bag, I've already put one down, but we've got some peppers. Potatoes went everywhere, so there's a lot more in the bag, but Jersey Royals, delicious potatoes. Delicious. And we got some carrots. I could put one between each finger here, except I actually don't. They're too big. They're too big. So I will pan over just so you can see everything that I've got. It just looks absolutely incredible, I've got to say. I will unpack a few things and then we'll get talking about what I plan to do with it. Let's go. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Woo-hoo. Lose or use or do my best to don't mind me. Okay, so now we're going to talk about what we're actually going to make with the produce. So first off, I've been to the butcher's, and at the butcher's I have got boiling beef and ham hock. Now for those of you that have followed me on Instagram for a while, you'll know what I make ham hock with. Well, the primary recipe that is already on my page, and that is lentil soup. Now, I'm 3 months postpartum. I have actually finished all the soups that I batch cooked in my freezer, and that was a lot because I had French onion, red Thai, carrot, Scotch broth, lentil broth, lentil soup, sorry, and there was one other I made, and it's all gone. And I realised how handy it is to have quite a stock of soup frozen because you can heat it up in 10 minutes in the microwave and it's just a quick lunch. So I've got the onions, so just the brown onions, the carrots, the leeks and the turnip. Now this will do me both Scotch broth and lentil soup. So that's why I've got 4 carrots, 4 onions, a whole turnip because we put half of each in each of the soups, and the leek itself. So we'll start off with the soup. I'm probably going to get cracking after I record this video because I'll do one today and one tomorrow. Lentils you can just rinse. Scotch broth, ideally you want to soak the mixture overnight. So that's what I'll do, and then I'll make that tomorrow. So I'll also just jump to the fridge there because I have some green beans that I still had from last delivery. Now with these, and just because the baby corn put it in my head, I think I'm going to do a Thai curry. I don't have a recipe for that on my page yet, and quite a few people historically have asked for one. So I'm going to do a wee tester this weekend for a Thai curry using the green beans that I had in my fridge already and the baby sweet corn, because they're veggies that always remind me of Thai curries. The chestnut mushrooms. Now, chosen chestnut just because I think there's a little bit of an additional flavour with the chestnut over the normal button mushrooms. You can see them there. I am going to redo my bacon and blue cheese recipe because I used some pancetta. I'll actually get that I got from George Muse. So you can see here. And this in a pasta dish was incredible. So I remade my blue cheese and mushroom pasta with this pancetta with chestnut mushrooms, and just tweaked the recipe slightly, and it was like leveled up. So I'm going to redo that again and redo recipe videos for it because it is worthy of its own. You've already seen me munching on these berries, so again, I think Stephen must just know that I'll probably devour a whole packet on their own. So berries for their own eating. Probably the same with the cherries too, although what I generally do with both the raspberries and the fresh strawberries is make eaten mess as a dessert. So just your double cream, your vanilla extracts and some sugar to make up a cream. Whip it, obviously. Just some pre-made meringue shells and then some fresh fruit. If you blitz up some strawberries, you've got an instant strawberry sauce. So no need to add anything at all, especially when Scottish strawberries are in season. Asparagus is my staple veg for eating with a roast. I struggle at times to get Jonathan to eat any vegetables, so just asparagus, and all you do is coat it in some olive oil, salt and pepper, put it on a foil-lined baking tray and roast it, depending on the thickness of the asparagus. So that thickness probably only needs about 7-8 minutes. If they are the thicker ones, sometimes 10 to 12 minutes in the oven at about 200 degrees. Amazing. You will not eat boiled asparagus again. I am really excited by these fennel bulbs. And basically they'll take up your whole screen here. And then the reason I've got these and some salad leaves is I'm going to make a couple of salads. Hopefully you can see out there the weather has been really, really nice, so it's put me in the mood for some salads. I'll probably have a truffle and pomegranate seed fennel salad recipe already on my Instagram. I might do something similar to that again. If you haven't seen it, please go take a look. It is incredible. I took inspiration from an ox and finch dish. The baby leaf is probably also going to get used for a lentil salad. I do a butternut squash and lentil salad with feta and a tahini yogurt dressing. I've been craving it again. It is on my page. I'm going to remake it again. Just the weather has got me hankering for some of that salad. I've already spoke about the sourdough. It's just perfect to have some fresh bread. I could just sniff bread. Wish there was a job you could just, well there is I suppose, to actually be a food writer or something equivalent and just go touring the market stalls of the world. Absolute dream, absolute dream. If anybody has an opening, please let me know. Lemons, I am going to put these in my store cupboard as well as the onions because for me they are your essential sharp element. You can obviously use vinegar, totally fine. I have vinegar as well. It actually sits in the drawer under my hob because I have a variety of vinegars. I've got your cider, your red wine, your white wine. You need a sharp element in a lot of dishes to balance it. It's an element that quite a lot of people miss out. For me, I am constantly stocked up on lemons and I always have pre-juiced lemon juice, fresh lemon juice in a bottle in my fridge. Now, your large vine tomatoes, I always get these because there are a variety of things that you can do with your large vine tomatoes. So I use them with my BLTs, for example. I use them in pasta sauces sometimes, but most of the time I actually use them in curries. So there is just something for me about using large, fresh vine tomatoes. Additionally, my pasta sauce, my tomato and basil pasta sauce that I make in the oven, because it's stalks and all. If you actually smell tomatoes, the majority of the smell comes from the stalks. So if you only get the tomato, you don't get that same kind of like fresh hit. This is what I love about the vine tomatoes and it coming as the whole lot. My sauce, I cook the stalk and all because it gets blitzed up and it just adds that extra something. The small vine tomatoes, I've got these. I would have eaten that actually had I not been recording. But it's quite large and I'd end up probably not, being able to speak for a few minutes. Not quite, but you know what I mean. The small vine tomatoes, absolutely gorgeous roasted. If you're having it with a steak, drizzling them in balsamic vinegar. You can add them atop something with your sourdough as like a lunch crostini. There's a variety of things you can do with them, obviously. To be fair, make bruschetta with them. I just love having them in the fridge and I toss them through quite a lot of things. I actually had some, like half probably, left over and I tossed them through some tuna pasta. So when they look that good, they can go with anything, quite frankly. Your garlic bulbs, better than the paste, handy to have, do last a while. I generally keep them on my windowsill and when I've got a wee bit more time, I use the fresh garlic instead of the paste. Beet root, similarly with what I've mentioned with the salad leaves and the fennel, I got these for salad. I love beetroot. A lot of people don't like it because it's kind of earthy. Again, you can also make borscht, which I have on my page already, the recipe. Really warming, but considering the weather we've got, I think they're more appropriate for a salad at this time of year. But totally up to you what you do with them. And last but not least, we've got our herbs. So this week I've got parsley and I've got some dill. Now, parsley is a staple for me. I'm probably not going to put it in my list just because it isn't absolutely necessary, but I do add it to a lot of dishes, pasta dishes, yogurts, the dress, especially if you're doing any food photography. Having a fresh herb to dress the photo always gives it that kind of like pop of colour. Dill, I've got some lovely salmon fillets from Bernard Corrigan. So I'm going to make a dill cream sauce. So that probably will just be a recipe test, not quite a recipe stage yet, but I will also talk about at a later point how you can freeze some of your fresh herbs. So you can either freeze them in oil or even in, well, you probably wouldn't do that, but like mint in like water to be used in cocktails. I like fresh herbs. Dry just doesn't really compare in my opinion. So, and I think that's us. Peppers. I am going to make shakshuka with peppers because I have that with gyros. It's really nice to go in wraps. It's just something a wee bit different than just a basic tomato sauce, and also great for salads and whatnot. Another really staple veg that is good, that's handy to have in the fridge, can go in fajitas, can go in your enchiladas. Woo! I think I'm getting a bit frisky now. And then the last thing, which I haven't tried, is your papaya. So I'll maybe take a wee record and actually me trying this because I don't think I have tried papaya, which is always interesting, and it's just been added in as a wee bonus extra. So that's what I've got in this week's fresh fruit and veg box. Let me know what ingredient interests you the most, or what dish that I've mentioned that actually piques your interest the most, and I will make sure to focus on that one. Did I talk about the chestnut mushrooms in the pasta dish? Yes, I did, because I think that one might be the most popular. Yeah, thanks very much for listening and watching this video, guys. You can let me know what you thought of the content, if you fancy me doing this weekly with each of the boxes that I get through, and I can talk to you about what meals I plan to make. Drop a comment, let me know what inspired you, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye.